All right, so this one is how to make a guy miss you. With this one, if you do this, you're going straight to hell. Okay. That's because it's like this happens naturally when they when you're if somebody ends up loving you, this happens naturally. You
Okay.
know, the evil shit is when you do it synthetically.
Okay.
When you consciously do this, it gets you sort of have to get a little dirty.
Manipulate.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got to exactly. But naturally, we all do this. This is something that if you don't do this, nobody's gonna ever fall in love with you. It's just how it is, right?
Right.
So the first one pretty much is a three-step process. The first one is creating comfort, right? You get to know them and let them feel comfortable around you. Now, mind you, it's like you let them feel comfortable, but what happens naturally is that you get to know someone and you feel chemistry.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay,
And that's also how women fall in love.
exactly, right? Now, if you guys enjoy collaborative videos like these, you guys can join our Patreon. And there on Patreon, I post more of these videos where people ask me questions and I answer them on camera. Okay. So click in the description down below where it says become a Patreon supporter so you can get more content like this where it's not just follow Alex. And I'll see you guys inside. You realize you have things in common.
Yeah.
You realize they come from a similar place. And you don't have to try. But then you then you have those who lie about the things in common. Yeah, me too. You know, and it's not hard, honestly. It really is not hard. And it's easy. Actually, it's easier if you meet them in real life.
Yeah.
In real life,
100%. Yeah.
online you can spot lies a
Yeah.
little bit quicker.
Yeah.
You know, you let them feel comfortable around you. You can do this by opening up and staying relevant, right? So that means like you open up about something you open up about traumas, for example. You open up about past pains, make them go, "Oh, I know, ay bendito, for real, your mama left you." You talk about how you love your dog. Fuck, it could be your neighbor's dog, you know. But the point is that you make them feel comfortable with you. You make them feel like they understand you. And honestly, the easiest way is just talk about your weaknesses. Not too much though, because you
Yeah.
can't look crazy.
No, and they're right, they can use it against you.
Exactly. That's a test, right? If they use it against you, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
You know that they even tell you to lie about your weaknesses just to see what they're
Yeah.
gonna do about it. You know,
Yeah.
sending them random photos, you stay relevant. So the relevant part is creating a pattern where they get used to seeing you. Naturally, it's because you like them and you send them in text messages and you enjoy that comfort, right? You send them photos of maybe something you guys have in common. If you guys like dogs, you send them photos of dog memes of dogs, right? You have phone conversations. But the point is that your body gets used to things. You get used to seeing them. Your eyes gets used to seeing them, especially if you're depressed, right? This is like usually the best people to use this on. You see, this is evil, right? Is usually people who are going through tough
Yeah.
times. So that's why, for example, new college students who are away from home, they could get easily into this because they feel lonely.
Yeah.
They're not in their comfort zone.
Yeah.
Freshmen,
Mhm.
and you meet somebody who's older, who has friends, and so you like, oh, come with me, I'll show you my friends, and so you feel comfortable around this person because you know them, but they know other people, so you feel like, okay, I'm getting to know someone. That makes you really vulnerable,
Yes.
because you're isolated.
Yeah.
And the first one of the things in the art of seduction is isolate your victim.
Yeah. I was
And
just gonna say that they use that. Uh, it is a manipulation tactic.
it is.
And to strip someone from their like support system.
Yeah, because you care, you know, you care.
Yeah.
They're your friends I don't like your friends. They're toxic.
Right.
They drink too much. I don't want you. Don't call, not even your parents. Your parents don't like what's best for you.
Yeah.
And that's look, when you see that, the problem is that when you believe it though, if you really think that and they do that,
That's how they're gonna get.
that's how they get you.
Yeah.
When you're getting manipulated, you don't know you're getting manipulated. That's why it's so important to be at peace. If you're not happy, if you don't have good relationships, this can easily happen to you, right? But at the same time, this is what happens when you like them, because you like them so much, you stop hanging out with your friends,
Yeah.
right? You see, so it's kind of
So
like,
it's very easy to confuse you.
yeah, it's very easy. Yeah. Uh-huh. So sending them photos, texting them, sharing. In fact, comfort, honestly, the biggest one is politics. Talk about shit. That's the easiest way to get somebody on your side. Fake the politics.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
I
Like
didn't
what?
know that.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, oh, I'll tell you. If you tell me, like, if you have political views that most people don't believe in, and I believe in it,
Okay. Yeah. Now I see.
Hitler?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's my buddy. Oh,
Yeah.
of course, Hitler. I mean, you know. Um. Yeah. Well, one second. Would that work for you? Like, imagine somebody does that. Not the Hitler part.
Yeah. No, but if it's, I don't think it's necessarily politics, but just something that you feel like is odd or weird or that you don't share with a lot of people, and then you share it with someone, even if they're lying,
Hmm.
you connect with them.
I had a girl who she wanted to eat someone, but she was hot. So, um, and she didn't want to eat someone, but she met a guy she wanted to taste like a sushi, like just it's just a little, you know. And she said she
Like
dated
a bite?
just a little bite, not even a bite, like a little nibble. I don't believe that shit. If you want a nibble, you want a bite, anyways. So she dated a guy, and he also wanted to do that, and they would like sit down at the coffee shops and like, okay, ooh, that one looks tasty. Oh yeah, that one's looks nice. And I'm like, man, if she wasn't hot, I'll be getting the fuck out of here, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy shit. And and she said she had a connection with him because she could finally talk about that.
Well, I mean, people are into all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah, I mean, drugs is one.
Yeah.
You know, like the more taboo the drug, the deeper the comfort.
Right.
Because you guys are sharing,
Yeah.
you're sharing
Because it's
each
a
other's
smaller
shadow.
group.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's really shadow. You're sharing your shadows for once
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to keep your shadow on the inside.
Hmm.
You know, if you wanna, it's like Bonnie and Clyde. If you want to kill someone, and you know somebody that wants to kill someone, you're like, oh, really?
Yeah,
How?
but it's not that easy to share
It's not that
as
easy to
the
share.
bright side.
Exactly. So the easiest comfort, and I'm not pointing, the easiest comfort is finding what is their shadow and mirroring their shadow. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it could get really dark right there. That's it. Okay, right there. Got through this a little bit. Now, a quick 1 minute intermission. Don't forget, people, if you guys want to work with me one on one, a lot of you guys don't know how to book a phone call. Just click in the description down below, and there we have 10-minute call, 15-minute call, 30-minute call. It's much easier to apply these strategies if you book a call with me. I can promise you, man. You guys think you're applying it, but we all have a certain level of self deception when there's a lot of dopamine at the thought of being with them and a lot of pain at the thought of not being with them. And so it kind of skews your thinking. And so when you watch these videos, you only do confirmation bias and you never really apply these strategies. Sometimes all you need is for you to talk to me and literally the results come. Like I've seen people have kids get married through the strategy that I teach. I know it sounds toxic, but trust me, man. I worked in mental health. I worked in the field of counseling. I've had a lot of experience, and these strategies worked. I even worked in drug rehabs too. Now, if you guys don't forget, there's also a free audiobook about how to make a guy chase you by using the hot and cold method. There's an audiobook and an ebook. Okay. So if you guys want to do that, click on the description down below where it says get your free gift, and I'll send it straight to your inbox. Let's continue with this toxic and insidious video. Uh, okay, there you go. Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like, but also
No, but
religion.
it makes sense.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
makes sense.
religion.
Religion,
Mental health.
mental health, accents. You know that?
Right. Yeah.
If you're in China and you meet a Mexican, but he's Chinese,
Yeah.
you're not gonna feel comfort. But then if you meet a Chinese person that lived in Mexico and you hear his accent, you're gonna feel more comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's familiar.
Exactly. And if you feel alone, even better. That's why a lot of college students, like the best people to recruit in a cult, are college lonely students.
Yeah.
You know. Um, yeah, that's crazy stuff, man. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other examples of the comfort part. I mean, you can think it's pretty infinite. So remember, the fear of loss. Okay, so the next one, once they have built the comfort, then you inflict pain.
Right.
Suddenly change and criticize them about something that's accurate and hits a nerve.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you just want to eat fat people. Are you fat phobic? You know?
Yeah.
Like, oh man, like what else? Like you, and think about the criticism. Find something that's real.
Yeah.
Like you're always late. and then you pull away.
Mhm.
This person who you share your shadow with now is
Mm.
criticizing you and being mean, and that could make you feel insecure. And when you feel insecure, the other person looks more attractive
Yeah,
through
because you
insecurity.
want to like it's almost like you want to be good for them or enough for them.
Exactly. Yep, yep, yep. But also because they also got to know you.
Yeah, so they know where to hit.
They didn't know where to hit you.
Yeah.
You know, that's why sometimes you fake it. Well, not sometimes. Like, you're going to hell if you do that shit. Look. It's like even with healthy people, what happens is that naturally, when you meet someone, you're gonna have things that are not compatible, and you're
Yeah.
gonna talk about it,
Yeah.
and that hurts when you bring it up. You're like, look, man, you got to brush your teeth. Your breath stinks. Actually, that girl's breath stunk. Yeah, but she was hot, so I didn't say nothing. I was very, that was years ago, honestly. She got plastic surgery with after that. It was honestly so unnecessary. She was actually really
It
beautiful.
usually is.
Yeah, but you know what? I looked at her Instagram, her For You page, the recommendations, and it was all buchonas. And then I'm like, that's why she wanted to get a BBL. You goofy, you didn't need to do that shit.
Yeah.
Man. Then she got a nose lift, and then she got flat. And then you look at her, you're like, yo, she don't look like how
Think like
she ruined it, and she's gonna regret it when she gets older, man. Anyways, man. Um, yeah, that's such a disappointment. Anyway, so disappointment. So the inflicting pain, right? Suddenly changing criticism about something that's accurate and hits a nerve. So it has to be something accurate, you know? Um, it could be like something somebody tells me, you stink, you know that, right? Like, what, for real? I don't know if I stink. But sometimes I don't shower every day, but if you tell me that, I'll feel insecure and
right.
feel bad. Or you look tired all the time.
Yeah.
I'll feel horrible, you know? And that will make me like, honestly, with me, you just have to act weird and I'll feel insecure because that's just how I am. But I honestly, with most people, actually, you just act like a little distant, and most people, because silence says more than words,
Right.
you know. Um, but sometimes you do that because you just feel. Sometimes you want your own space if it's healthy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't want to talk to the person. Sometimes you don't want to see them, and they
Right.
take it personal, and you inflict pain.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have to be um like intentional.
Intention, exactly. But that's the thing, right? If you this explains why people fall in love, but this also explains how to make somebody
How?
fall in love.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why when you explain it, it's a two-edged sword. It looks really dark.
Yeah.
So this will make them feel a mix of emotions inside, and that's what you want. You want to split them
Yeah.
inside.
You're gonna be confused.
So you're gonna be confused, especially if they felt the same way with their parents, even perfect.
Yeah, because that's gonna feel like home.
Exactly. And when you call that regression,
Yeah.
you bring them back. They don't notice it, but they're just feeling what they felt before. And what the first thing that goes away when they regress is self-control. They lose their capacity to control their emotions. And when that happens, you're able to control them. That's why you saw a little puppet,
Mm. Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
This will make the person doubt and suddenly make him or her wait for a text after you develop a rhythm, right? And that doubt causes them to rely on you to feel certain.
Yeah.
This works even honestly. What sucks is that this is what happens with codependent people,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and and your reaction to guys that do that or girls that do that fuels them. It fuels their self-esteem. It's pretty toxic but effective.
Yeah.
What do you think? Let's get a little closer to this.
Yeah. I mean, it all makes sense. Uh, once I was, this guy that I told you about, I was, we were both playing games and we knew from the start.
How did you know?
I knew he was a player
Mm.
and he didn't know me that well, but he had a reputation and I knew, and I got in anyway. And I started like this and then And then he turned it around on me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Don't play with fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reputation sometimes doesn't. Sometimes you think you could see him coming because of the reputation, but
Yeah.
no,
No.
it actually helps him because you know him. You know he can find somebody else.
Yeah.
So remember, the fear of loss is normal. Make him jealous, and then comfort him with affection afterwards, right? So inflicting pain also means jealousy, envy. With him, could jealousy have worked?
With him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about other guys
Yeah.
that
100%.
talking
Yeah.
about how you like black guys when he's Mexican,
Yeah.
because black guys.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, yeah, he was. There's this thing about men where even when they don't really like you, like for something serious or official, they are still gonna get jealous.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, right. It's just a reaction, instincts. Like it's just there. That don't mean they like you though. It's just they're seeing you as an object.
Yeah.
They're
I
objectifying
was
you.
just thinking this last
Yeah,
night. Yeah.
yeah. They're objectifying
Yeah.
you. And so it's kind of like, how dare you
Hmm.
do this?
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
that don't mean I want commitment. So
Yeah.
it's almost like a trophy. It's like you stay where you are. Don't move.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
It's because they want control.
But it's confusing
Yeah.
when you don't know this.
Yeah. It's very
It's
confusing.
very confusing because you're like, okay, this is what people do when they like you, right? I
Hmm.
mean, like,
Hmm.
if you didn't know this, you
Yeah.
would think that he likes you, but he's just confused.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's why there's so many broken people, so many people who hate men, so many men who hate women because women do the same shit too. This is not the guy's channel.
No, this is like for people in general.
Yeah. So insinuate an inadequacy or uncertainty indirectly. So with him, for example, again, Mexican guys, one thing I know is that they're insecure about black guys because of the
Really?
stereotype. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah, because the stereotype is Mexican guys, and black guys.
I've never found that to be true.
I don't know. Look, me,
I
I don't want to go into,
don't want to know.
but every Mexican, I promise you, Mexican guys think that if he is a certain size, he thinks black guy is bigger. Like that's just how it is. Even white guys, and it's a sexual threat, 100%.
Yeah.
And one of the ways that you could do that is you don't even need to say, "Oh yeah, I hung out with a black guy." You could just talk.
No.
You could just say, "I love
You could
black
just
rappers."
mention it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love her. I love little Dicky, man. He's so nice. He's so big. He's such a big guy. Or even just keep talking about a certain
Yeah.
musician, artist, and say how he's so cool. And he's like, coño, no, 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 coño. ¿Qué coño que es un mexicano? No manches, soy hombre, soy macho, soy macho, no soy hombre, soy macho. If you guys enjoyed this video, check out my new course, The Commitment Formula. You could pre-order it right now and you can get it at a discounted rate. This course is meant to help you get out of situationships. This course will help you to get into relationships, to get commitment. I mean, I've gotten a bunch of testimonies of women getting married, even having kids. I mean, a woman came up to me. They're like, "Look, Father Alex, this is you." I'm like, "That's not Father Alex, okay? Father Alex is a spiritual thing." And like, no, no, I have a kid. And because of your channel, I applied what you did. And now I have a kid. I've seen countless of stories. As toxic as you guys might see me, these strategies work to get commitment. Purchase it right now. There's no gimmicks, there's no games. This is meant to allow you to get the guy that you want, get married, and have kids, and you don't have to watch any other channel after this. Okay? And if you don't like it, just get your money back. Look, this is gonna be the best course I'm ever gonna make. And that says a lot. This is gonna be the best course I'm gonna make. So pre-order it right now, or else I'm gonna have to close the channel. And don't forget, if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org right here and book a one-on-one phone call. Take care. It doesn't take much,
No.
and what that does is that it puts him in the sexually competitive state. You'll notice that he'll start working out,
Yeah.
start hitting the gym.
Hmm.
He may even get a tan. He might even get a tan as a result.
Yeah.
But the key is to insinuate it, right?
Yeah.
You,
You know, maybe it would even work better if you mention someone who looks nothing like him.
exactly, yeah,
Like nothing at
nothing.
all. Like he couldn't even get there with years of exercise and protein, and it's just you should just mention someone there's that looks nothing like
It's like somebody says, "Oh, I love Brad Pitt." Oh, really?
them.
Brad?
Yeah.
The fuck? What?
Yeah.
Brad? Really, Brad?
Hmm.
Not Will Smith?
Right.
No, no, I don't. Will Smith, he's cute, but not, I don't like, not my type.
Right. Yeah. That's gonna hit a nerve.
Yeah, even if you know, because you know, like when you like someone, man, the jealousy is real.
Yeah. When you like someone, you want them to want you.
Yeah, like you start to see things that are not there.
Hmm.
And then when you see someone on the streets, or even you have a friend that looks like Brad Pitt, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm like, that guy looks like Brad Pitt.
Yeah. And
You
you're gonna
know?
get triggered.
You're
Yeah.
gonna get triggered. I'm like, he might even talk shit about him. Yo, you know he sucks, right?
Yeah.
You know, he ain't shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you getting
Not
jealous,
even
Juan?
funny.
He's not even funny. What are you laughing at his jokes?
Yeah.
Not a funny guy. He just says shit. He copies jokes.
Right.
Right? Yeah, that's happened to me before, honestly. Where I met a girl and I had a neighbor that she wouldn't pay she would like come visit, but like I don't think she liked Dominicans. She was Mexican.
Uh-huh.
But the neighbor he was as good looking as me, but he kind of looked like her.
Mm,
Like, like, because alike attracts
mm,
alike. So I would get jealous of the neighbor. And I don't even think she liked them.
right.
But because she wouldn't pay attention to me, she would keep me, we would be nice friends. And she would talk about him too. She would talk about the neighbors. Yeah, oh, does he do that? I'm like, no, he's gay. That was, and I remember feeling jealous. I'm like, this is so weird. I'm not like that normally,
Yeah.
but it's because it's what happens, man.
Yeah.
That was my toxic. That I learned something about myself. I'm like, okay, I think I'm a jealous person. And I didn't know that. That's good to know.
Yeah. No, but I found that, I mean, you aren't that off. I mean, because people do like people that look like that.
It's true. Yeah,
It happens a lot.
yeah. It's true. But I mean, yeah, yeah, it's true. But it's a little different. I don't know. Most of the people that I go, people who look like me, they don't like me. It's usually girls that look different.
Mm,
Yeah,
hmm.
like my mom, she's light skinned brunette, and
Okay.
usually the girls that like me look like that.
Look like that.
Yeah. So it's kind of like people from my race, they think I'm not hood enough. So it's kind of like, but then people who look the opposite of me, they're like, oh, he's different, like exotic.
Mm,
So, but yeah, and you know what's crazy? I was taller than him, more successful, and I was still jealous
yeah.
because he has something I couldn't change.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then that shows you that you don't really need to do much. You just need to compare him.
Hmm. That's it.
That's it. Just compare him, even if he's more poor. If he's more poor, even worse is that fuck. Not even my money can help me with this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, tough times, man. It's such a topic. So compare it to someone who's better than them. There you go. See, I'm reading my mind, and make them feel like their life isn't as good. That's one way in comparison. So honestly, the Mexican guys, they don't like the gringos because
No.
they're taking their girls. Like that's how it is, right?
Take house.
Yeah. They're taking the houses, the chicks. Ese pinche gringo. Vete donde volviste. All the cops say that. Someone else or to their actual dream. So if he's a rapper
Right.
and you meet a guy who's a better rapper,
Yeah.
oh my god, he's gonna start writing some
No.
lyrics.
And if you start saying like, "Are you sure you're gonna make it?"
See, that's toxic.
Yeah.
That's toxic. That's
Like that's something that's gonna hit.
that's gonna hit. You're not even a good artist.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
What
no,
do
you're
you
dumb.
mean?
Yeah, you're honestly. He's not even gonna talk to you after that. If you say that.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful. You gotta insinuate it. You gotta insinuate it. Oh my god, I met this artist. He's amazing. And you never reacted like that to his art. Oh my god.
Yeah. Like
That's
you're gonna you have to find ways to say it like non-verbally.
exactly so that he stays.
Yeah.
It's like there's an animal called the Alaphiva wasp where it paralyzes you with venom, but it has to know which part of your nervous system to hit because if it kills you, He wants to use you as food for his larvae. So he needs to paralyze you but not kill you, right? So it's kind of like this. You got to make him feel insecure, but not enough for him to leave.
Right.
Because if you go too far, he'll leave. But you got to do it enough so that he stays, but he feels that, oh my God, it's evil. Yeah, it's evil shit. So other ways to inflict pain, make them feel torn apart from, make them feel torn apart within themselves, right? I don't know what that one is, but promise to fulfill a fear and bring out that fear openly and then comfort them, right? So it could be that he's afraid that he's not going to be a successful rapper. He said, no, of course, man, you're going to be a great rapper. You know, like you let him talk about those fears and then you validate him. Girl, you're an amazing rapper. You know, but the key is to let him talk about it, let him feel that pain. Yes, tell me, yeah, yeah, he's a tissue. You know, and so sometimes it's not even inflicting pain; it's just letting him open up. That's why with psychologists, they fall in love with the psychologist a lot of the times because you talk about painful things and they comfort you.
Yeah.
So
And they
inflicting
validate.
and they validate you exactly, right? So step 3, right? You're already on the doors of hell right now. Like Satan is watching. You really feel the heat. You know, you already see BB down there opening the door for you, right? Trump is upstairs. He's in heaven. Right? You don't think that? Right? So suddenly, step 3 is suddenly become warm. So after you comfort him, after you talk about how hot your neighbor is, right?
Go back to him.
You go back to him and say, and you say something that you know will validate him.
Yeah.
And what you want to be able to do is create this and then this, right? And even if he likes you, he'll like you more.
Yeah. Because it's like giving him a drug,
Exactly.
and then he can't have it, and then you give it away again, and then you pull it away.
So this is how you could. This honestly, this really does work. We can imagine the people in our lives that liked us, and we missed this opportunity to do this.
Yeah.
Right? Since they were made to feel vulnerable, they'll get closer and accept you more. Right? They'll like you more. You know, the key is to pick a wound that's real. Bring his unconscious or semi-conscious doubts and fears into full awareness. How do you do it? Well, sudden jabs create the space for you to feel. To feel once you create space, you bring warmth, right? So you jab at it, oh yeah, he's such a great artist. Fuck. But I love your art. Let me see that one again. And then you don't just say, let me see that one. Let me show you one that a girl did. She would look at my art, but she would just look at it for like a minute. And I'm like, oh, okay, okay, all right, you know what? Keep looking, okay, keep looking. She would look at it for like a whole minute. Just go very slowly, right? And that was different than,
Yeah.
you know? If she criticized my art before that, and then she did that, that's really validating.
Yeah.
You first
confusing.
confused, exactly, right? But you must first create the anxiety. So you can't just be looking at the art. No, create the anxiety and then look at the art. And doubt beforehand. So this works because everyone has self-doubt.
Yeah.
That's the ego, everyone, right? You find what's Trump's, right? Small hands. Oh man, I love Michael Jordan. He has big hands. My hands are big. They're the biggest hand in the world. They're incredible. And an amazing hand. I mean, it's deport her. Deport her. That's like it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Incredible hands.
Oh my God.
You know what they say about guys with small hands? It's the opposite downstairs.
Against them.
So you bring out those doubts, right? Honestly, look, I wouldn't go with the physical, man, because there's like, because there are some wounds that it's one thing to have an insecurity. It's another thing, a wound. Like if you're born with small hands, they may not come back from that if you bring that out, honestly. I remember, one that worked actually. My previous neighbor, he had long arms, right? I have average arms, but I think I have shorter arms than usual. My ex, she was like, that neighbor with the long arms? just that. The long. So I got click. So you know what I was saying? Como que the neighbor with the long arms. She was like that. And como que she wasn't doing that on purpose,
Right.
right?
But she
And
mentioned it.
but she mentioned it. And she didn't even say you got short hands. I think I
No.
have average hands. I mean, they're slightly smaller, to be honest with you. They're delicate hands.
Okay.
I got delicate hands. But yeah, that for like a whole month, I would walk around. I'm like, fuck.
Right. And
Yeah.
you know, he probably felt insecure too about having long arms.
No, you don't feel like secure when you have long arms. It's good to have long limbs.
I
You
mean,
think?
yeah, yeah, because I have long arms.
That's good.
And as a kid, I used to think I looked really weird, like an Adventure Time character.
Nah, but models have long arms,
Right,
long limbs.
right. But I don't know. I mean, I've heard, I've known people.
Well, that's why you got like going like that.
No, I'm just cold. I'm just
I'm
cold
just
right
kidding. I'm just
now.
kidding.
Um, but in my family, we all have long limbs and we're all very skinny. So we all kind of look like mosquitoes. And I've heard people like complain about that before.
That's weird. Huh.
Yeah, no, everybody has insecurities. What you find attractive, someone's paying to get it done.
True. That's very true. That's very true. I didn't like my curly hair.
Yeah, and there's people who get perms done.
Yeah, yeah, yes. It's very true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you can't assume what what their insecurities are based on what you think because
Mhm.
you're just projection. You just got to look at what they react to. You know, you just observe what you think is something that makes you feel insecure. It may not be for them.
Mhm.
Like for example, there was this one girl who she had like a gap in her tooth.
I love that.
I love that, but she didn't like it.
Yeah.
You know, or what was another one? Or even like the girl who got a Brazilian butt lift. It was so unnecessary. For her it was an insecurity. Where for me it was like, yo, you're perfect.
That can be so
Yeah, yeah,
dangerous.
yeah.
It's one of the most dangerous plastic surgeries there are.
Yeah, that's why I had to quit. I was like, I'm done. Well, I stayed, but then when she got the nose thing, I was like, one more and I'm leaving. And then she got the arm. I'm like, I'm done. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's honestly one of the most tragic downfalls I've ever seen because it's kind of like, what got you to do that
Yeah.
online? At the
Yeah.
Instagram, and also
Yeah.
those plastic surgery ads.
Yeah.
You know, those
I
plastic surgery
mean, I
ads.
feel like, was that in New York?
No, that was here.
Oh, well, it's not as, it is normalized, but I
In
feel like,
Colombia is more.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's cheaper.
yeah. You get the two cheeks for one special. Like, don't go for the one with two cheeks for one. That's that go for the full price one. Are we taking discounts? The
Yeah.
discount doctor. So this works because everyone has self doubt. So meaning this works on everyone. I don't care who you are. Putin, remember Putin got mad because they took a photo of him looking like a dictator. You know that photo of
Yeah.
Putin? He actually got mad at that. Like really pissed off. You would think, dude, of course you're a dictator.
Yeah.
Or even the President Xi calling him Winnie the Pooh. It's like you would think he has an insecurity, but he's like powerful. Kim Jong Un, you know. So everyone has one. But he'll kill you though. That's the difference.
Yeah.
He won't get attracted to you. So don't be fooled by confident masquerade. So he has statues. That don't mean shit. You know. I bet his statues look skinny. I'd be afraid if I was a statue guy. It's kind of okay. Clearly he wants me to look like him, but I can't make him fat. But if I make him too skinny, he won't look like him. Oh my god, that's dangerous, man.
Yeah.
Bring out their inner thought. It's there because before they love you, they must first check within if they feel a need. If you feel a need, and the more obvious the need, the better chance of getting some poom poom. Right? You show a mirror to reflect how empty they really are. Yeah, and then that's pretty much how you make
How
sounds.
do you have to market yourself? Like, do you know anything about marketing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Well, you have to like,
Sorry, you
I
gotta.
feel like you have to create this necessity for them that you can fulfill.
Yeah, but you got to remember, if you're gonna market yourself, if you're really gonna be a good marketing, you got to know who you're not for. But you can't market yourself for everyone. I'm not for everyone. I've had women who de pueblo, right? She came here when I used to smoke a lot of weed, and I ate spam. Comer la carne spam. Pues una de esas meat in lata. She's like, that's a lot of sodium for like a month, and I'm like, but it's good. And I would smoke weed, and she never called me back. And I think it was because I was smoking weed, and I was just eating so unhealthy. And she would eat healthy. She's from the pueblo. I'm too different.
Right.
I wasn't for her.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
too toxic.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's pretty much how it is. You can't. So you got to accept that if you're gonna do this, you got to know who you're for and accept it. And insecurity will make you want to be for everyone. Yep, 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 yep. All right, so that's this